we start, I just want to say I showered specifically for you this morning.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to What a Pitch, the podcast where people pitch made-up movies brought to you by the Pandering Talk channel. I'm your host, Dan Cutler, and joining me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Sean Dangler.
Hello.
I forgot to do a bit.
That's okay.
So the bit today is that
school.
I don't have a bit.
That's all right.
Oh, wait. Sean Dangler's coming to town. Sean Dangler's coming to town. Sean Dangler is doing podcasts.
Woo! I like it.
That's the bit.
I like that.
How's it
intro.
going, Sean?
I'm doing well.
Yeah. How are you now that the weather has turned cold and...
Well, it turned very cold just briefly, and now it's just been kind of like moderately chilly, I guess.
Well, but it's not just like the temperature. It's like, because it also snowed. It's been dark earlier.
Yeah, it's really the time of day thing fucks with you, where it's like, or the light of the day, I mean. Because, yeah, it's like 4:30, and you're just like, it's getting fucking dark out already. I look at the sun at like 3:30, I'm like, it's already like half setting on me at this point.
Yeah, it's rough. I keep having like rehearsals and stuff that are at like 7.
Yeah.
And I feel like I should be like in bed. Like, why am I going out now? And so
I know. I can see it in my dog, is that she just like, once it gets dark out, she's ready to just go to sleep. She's like done being like alive for the day, I guess.
Sure, yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't, because I don't have like a full-time job, it doesn't affect me as much as it used to. Because I remember like I used to like go in for work and be like, and sometimes I have to go in early, so it's already like darker, or it's just getting to be light, but it's still not like full sunlight. And then I'd get off after it's already dark, and you're just like, what the fuck happened with my day? I was literally just inside the whole time it was light out.
Yeah.
And so I don't have that as much anymore, but still, the best thing is the 21st is only a few weeks away. Well, after this, it'll be a week away-ish, probably. Whenever this comes out, but... Then the light days start getting longer again, and then we got another 6 months.
December 21st.
Yeah, when winter starts, that's when days switch back over to start getting longer.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No,
I thought that was common knowledge.
It's
winter, and when winter is, the days get longer. When summer starts, the days start getting shorter.
Okay.
But you really don't notice till like February, I feel like, is when you start noticing that it
because
the days
it's so
are
gradual.
Longer. Yeah.
I'm not really a science guy. I like science, and I believe in science.
I just learned this in school, so that's all I'm saying.
I probably learned it in school, but the tonnage of information that I've forgotten is incredible. Fair. Are you like a bundle up? Like, do you like to get cozy in the winter, or
cozy?
Or are you one of those people who like walk outside with like a shirt sleeve and you're like, oh, it's not that cold? Those fucking assholes.
I'm not so much that guy. Where were we? Oh, we were at the Christmas Kindle Market or something here in Des Moines.
Okay.
Last weekend they had it, and there was a guy, and it was cold, like it was chilly. It was at night, like in the evening, and the guy was just straight up walking around in like shorts, and everyone else is bundled up, hat, coat. I will say, and maybe, I'm sorry, but maybe you can relate to this, but I don't know if you can. He was a very heavy set man. You're not very heavy set, I won't say that.
No, I am heavy set, yes.
But this man was very large, and I know from my other friends who are a little heavier, sometimes you just get warmer quicker than most other people. So, maybe that's the reason, but I still was like, it seems still too cold to do, to be wearing shorts.
I mean, I am a heavy set guy, but I love being cozy.
Yeah.
I love wrapping up and staying warm. And like, we all know those people, first off, it's always men.
Yes, there's no woman
there's no woman who's being like, oh, are you cold, Dan? Like, yeah, it's 10 degrees outside. It is cold.
Yeah.
Like, you can develop hypothermia and frostbite, and that sucks. Also, like, growing up doing like choirs and stuff like that and music and stuff, like protecting your voice and keeping from getting sick, it is very important.
Yeah, that's true.
So I wear balaclavas, which are like the face masks.
Oh, wow.
Robbers when they rob banks.
Yeah, you're robbing banks.
I basically wear that when I go outside to keep, my voice and my...
steal some money while you're at it.
In this economy?
In this economy? Biden economics? I need to rob some people.
So I'd come in from the cold and I'd be like, covered everything except my eyes, basically. and some guy who'd be in shorts and a t-shirt would be like, "Oh, it's not even that cold, Dan." And then they would sniffle through the entire fucking rehearsal. And I'm like,
well, there you go.
I'm not sick.
Yeah.
Colin.
I will say, when I was in high school, I generally like to wear shorts,
me too.
but not like outside when it's super cold, but like inside, even during the winter, I still like to wear shorts inside, and I'll put a blanket on than rather put pants on, I guess. But like going to high school, I would essentially just wear sweatpants from like leaving my house, and then once I entered the school premises, I dropped my pants off and just had shorts on for the rest of the day.
Yeah. No, that's the move. We should all get into kimonos.
Dude, I'm actually a robe man.
Oh, with your hair? I love that.
I know. So here's the thing. She's never going to listen to this podcast. My sister-in-law. This is the thing that really annoys me.
Okay.
I'm going
to send this to her specifically.
Yeah, we do I don't know how your family does it, but for like Christmas lists for gifts, we like send out so everyone knows what you want. She never fucking abides by the list.
Oh.
She always gets something off it, and most of the time it fucking sucks. Or I shouldn't say it fucking sucks. It's not like I just want what's on my list.
It's like a puzzle.
This is why I want. It's like, why do I give you this list if you're not going to give it?
Yeah.
But I will say she did get me the robe, and it was never on my list, and that's the best thing that she has done, or gift that she's gotten me, because that robe is actually very nice, and I wear it almost every day.
Nice.
Usually
I met this sister-in-law because we went out for Kim's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just would have been there.
Cocktail place.
Yeah.
Love
her. She's a great person otherwise, but this fucking that part straight up annoys me a little bit.
You can only go off list if you've confirmed with other people that everything else on the list has been purchased. Yeah. Yes. Once you do that, then you can go off list.
I think this year, I don't remember it lined up perfectly, but I swear, like, I just sent my list out, and then like that week I saw her, and she's like, "Oh, I already got everyone their stuff." I'm like, "I didn't send my list out. What the fuck?
Shit.
It's fucking bullshit, man."
Yeah, that's funny.
But the robe is...
This is definitely a Seinfeld bit. You can't go off the list. The only time you can go off the list, Jerry, is when you've confirmed that everything else on the list has been purchased. Yes!
That's actually really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, but go back. The robe... or kimono, whatever. I highly endorse it.
Oh, yeah,
it is super comfortable in the morning.
Yeah.
But I will say, I would wear it too long. I get to like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little weird that I'm still wearing a robe.
It would be like the sweatpants situation.
Yeah.
So, like, you'd wear it outside, and then when you get indoors, you take it off, hanging on like a coat hook.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Neither here nor there. Well, I think it's time for a movie then.
Yeah?
Yeah, so let's
get on
sleigh
that
ride
elevator.
into that.
Sleigh ride in the
let's
elevator.
get into that sleigh.
Let's get into that sleigh.
A little sleigh ride.
Ching, 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 ching.
That's exactly what I wanted from you. Hello there, sir.
Ho, ho, ho.
Santa!
Yes, it's Santa. You're in my sleigh.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Santa, it's perfect because I have my Christmas list right here.
Oh, and you do,
yes,
fella. Ho, 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 ho.
It's $5 million for this movie idea.
Oh, well, you better pitch it. Otherwise, if it's not good, you're getting a bunch of shit of coal. Ho, 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 ho.
Shit of coal?
Yeah, I literally shit out the coal.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that's what
That's how you get the coal. No one knew.
Okay, it's probably because you only eat candy all the time.
Exactly.
It's a terrible
My
diet.
bowels are terrible.
Well, so I do have a movie pitch.
Okay.
It is a political comedy.
Oh,
yeah. You know what everyone loves?
Politics, right?
Well, I was going to say progressivism.
Oh, okay. Yes, Santa loves it. I love giving gifts to the poor.
Yeah, but we're not actually progressing as a society,
Yes.
so we'll just give it to them in movies. So this movie is going to be about a female president.
Ooh, I like that. Ho, ho, ho.
But it can't be about her, because no one would go see a woman comedy.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Ho, ho,
Yeah,
ho.
so it's actually going to be about her husband.
Oh.
The first
Gentleman.
first husband. Yeah, first gentleman.
Isn't it gentleman? I don't know.
Well, it's first lady would become first
I think it's
gentleman.
gentleman.
I like
right?
it. First gentleman.
Ho, ho,
He'd
ho,
become
ho,
the first
ho.
gentleman. he's this like frat bro guy who just likes to party.
Like me.
Yeah. Ripping bong shots with Mrs. Claus. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be about him being a partier, and but he's like messing with his wife's political career, so he tries to straighten up and help her.
Yes.
And I call it's a comedy.
Yes.
And I call it Mr. First Lady.
Ho, 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 yeah. You gotta get out of my sleigh, though. I'll think about it. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, Santa. So this is a movie called Mr. First Lady. I think cutting forward into the...
So is Chris Farley the lead character?
That's not bad. I do, if he was still alive.
Yeah, I know.
But I have my close second.
All right.
I already know who the president and the first gentleman
fair
are.
enough. We can
President will
leave
be
them.
Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
I think that's a solid choice.
Yes.
The first gentleman will be Danny McBride.
Okay. Otherwise, that was Jack Black was my other one.
Jack Black's a good one,
but
too.
Danny McBride is definitely more bro-y, fratty vibe.
Well, additionally, like, it's not just that, but also seeing him try to straighten up.
Yeah.
And, like, he'd be like, hello, Congressman. How are you and your wife today? This isn't my wife. And she's like, yeah, man. And he's like, oh, okay. And he's, I love Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Other casting we can get into later.
Yeah.
But
let's roll. What's this movie about here?
Well,
I mean, you can't tell me what it's about. What happens, I guess.
So I think let's start at the very beginning. You know, we start with I think Melissa McCarthy like getting sworn in.
She's getting sworn in. Okay.
You know, and I think she has scenes with like her chief of staff and her top political agents.
Yeah, you like set it up like it's a real serious politics.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like West Wing-esque.
Yes, very West Wing-esque. And it's this. And they're all saying like how proud they are of her and how
being the first woman president.
Being the first woman president.
Got
and
the
also
news reporters
all the work
all
she's
talking
done,
about
you know, over her life of serving in her local government and her rise through that and what she's done for the great state of
Iowa.
Iowa.
No.
Iowa.
What is it? We can do another state. I didn't know if you were looking.
No,
for
I was just shooting
I always support Iowa. So
all right, so yeah, Kim Reynolds, I guess, is president.
Okay. Otherwise, how about Vermont?
Vermont, I love
sounds
it.
better.
Yeah. So
no one would ever be president from being the governor of Vermont.
Yeah, take that, Bernie Sanders. So she's from Vermont.
Yeah.
You know, she came up through local you know, she came from nothing and she went to
classic tale.
Yeah. And she worked hard and defended the people, and finally she's risen to the seat of all authority in this world. And
does it cut to then Danny McBride just ripping a bong
I
or
think
something?
it's a hard cut, similar to Anchorman, how it cuts to the cannonball. Like it's like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Danny McBride is in a banana hammock and a kimono. Callback. He's just like partying.
Yeah,
he's got like other like old frat bro friends from his time, and then also people he doesn't know. He's just like, who are you? I don't know. But I love you.
Pete Davidson's definitely going to be there as Pete Davidson.
As Pete Davidson. Because that's like the only thing Pete Davidson can do in film and television is be Pete Davidson.
Exactly.
I love you, Pete, but...
yeah.
Oh my gosh, he was just in Des Moines. Didn't someone just open for him? Like Tim Overton or something?
Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't remember him being in Des Moines recently.
Because he came to Des Moines recently, right?
I don't remember.
Fuck it. Whatever. Anyway, so Pete Davidson. But yeah, it's just like him partying.
Yeah.
And I think...
Where is he partying? Is this at the White House or is he somewhere else?
I think it's like scenes in the White House, like the Rose Garden and shit like that.
Okay, fair enough.
It's completely like irreverent.
He definitely has to have an above ground pool on the White House lawn.
Oh, absolutely!
Like just the blue one.
Above ground pool.
Yeah, you know what? Not rich people can afford.
Yeah. No, I know. That's so good. That's so funny. He constantly makes Secret Service do shit for him. Like,
yes.
hey buddy, can you test that water slide I just built? Put up and show. Yes, sir. It's just like
and he
dudes
pranks them and whatnot.
Yeah,
too.
dudes in suits.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some other like party stuff you could do?
Party stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to have, like, you know, the classic, you know, the beer cans on the helmet thing, but it has, like, the presidential seal on there.
I mean, he's got to wake up, like, the morning after.
Yeah.
He's, like, either, like, on, like, like lying against the Washington Monument, like, puke on his shirt, or he's, like, in Lincoln's lap in the Lincoln Memorial.
Exactly. Or...
in the memorial water, what is the reflection pool?
Oh yes,
yeah,
just laying there.
Yeah.
I would say there has to be a scene where Melissa McCarthy is in like the Situation Room. There, it's like set up like they're killing Osama or something like that, you know. And then he like wanders in like with no pants on, just like either high or drunk or something, and then just like rambling on about something, you know, crazy.
Maybe he's like, "Hey, honey, do you have the credit card?" And she's like, we don't have to pay for anything. I'm the president. Oh yeah, I'll just get one of the Secret Service guys to pay for the pizza.
Or there's like I don't know, some foreign dignitary, probably I would imagine someone who is not of European descent, but then he's like, hey, it just like walks in between their meeting, Melissa McCarthy and this dignitary's meeting, and is like, I got a kegger down here, and the dignitary's like, what the fuck is he talking about? Just like kind of,
but then joins in,
doing a keg stand.
Yeah, he's partying with like some like African president or like prince or something like that. That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. He's just like, honey, I just solved the Middle East.
I just solved the
Middle East conflict.
We have
over like quarters or some shit like that.
Yes.
Or like they're like in a fucking like bong circle.
Yeah.
You know, they're smoking weed and be like, bro. You know, like you both just love I can't even think of like a fucking Middle East like religious like you just gotta share the temple, bro.
Bro, man. Allah and God, they're the same, bro.
You ever been to Japan and seen a McDonald's commercial? It's a way different commercial, man, right? Yeah? Same thing with religion, dude.
At this point, we're just doing the circle on that 70s show.
I mean, yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
So it's just like shit like that.
Yeah.
I think, but, so it's like scenes of him partying, her trying to do her job, and him just being a partier.
Just being a classic fuck
I think at some point, his partying has to affect her job.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
So what
gets him in trouble?
Well, yeah,
finally?
what gets in? Maybe it's like she's trying to like she ran on this thing like making I don't know, like making college tax deductible. Like maybe that was like her big like education, like that was her bullet.
Yeah.
Like she cares about other things, but this is like her big thing that she campaigned on.
Yeah, big passenger.
And he's messed with it or something like that.
Yeah. I'd say maybe they just had the big stack of papers and he just pukes on it because I don't know. That's too simplistic. Obviously, you want to have your whole plan just on paper at this point.
I was gonna say like maybe he like parties with someone from the other side of the aisle.
Yeah.
And is talking about like, oh yeah, bro, I would do this shit all the time in Harvard, and so would my wife, and like that guy uses it in like a political ad.
I see.
To be like,
that makes sense. That's a good
she
way
wants
to
to make college, affordable, but she went to Harvard and partied. And do you really think she should be trusted with education?
Yeah.
Which is it's bullshit.
But yes, I think that's a good way to turn the tide.
So he finally sees like how he has not been supportive of his wife, and how he's basically like just ridden her coattails the whole time,
So I guess we have to. The thing though is, why does she love him if he's just a complete party
Well, she
animal?
did party in,
Okay, it's basically she's grown up and he just never has, just still.
Yeah,
okay.
like,
all right.
like, I think that's a good point. And I've said it before on this podcast. Like, if it's a rom-com, if there's some element of romance, we need to show that there is an element of romance.
Yes. Yeah.
And like, and maybe that's what the thing is that he is charming. Mm-hmm. And that he makes her laugh and stuff like that.
Yes.
But she has more authority than she's ever had before. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, now where she is in her career, she doesn't know if it's just the balance isn't working anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that works.
I mean, I know it's my movie, but like that is kind of actually making me emotional right now of like that, like this is a real relationship between two actual people, and like the crux of it is that, like you said it, she grew up, he didn't.
Yeah.
And it's like that happens in relationships.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
you get like the person you married 5-10 years ago is not the same person that you're in the relationship with now.
Yeah.
That's a little heavy for these kind of comedies.
I got goosebumps right now.
I know. That's like, Sean, we just stumbled into magic.
I know.
That's really good. Mm-hmm. And that's a great question. So thank you for bringing it up. So yeah, like she loves him because he was able to bring a sense of levity that she didn't have anywhere else. Because she probably grew up with strict parents.
Yeah.
And he did too, but he was just like, oh, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
He's a classic. Because obviously he got into Harvard, so he has to be like really smart too, in a sense. Or I mean, you could do the.
I think it's like he's the son of Joe Biden.
Okay, fair enough. Fine, we can do that one.
It's the son of Joe Biden.
No, let's not do that.
Not Hunter, but
the dead one, right?
Oh God!
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's an alternate reality.
No, he's. Joe Biden is not involved in this film at all.
Well, it wasn't.
But that type of character.
It wasn't like going to be like a joke against Joe Biden, but it was just going to be like, oh, it's a passing reference to a real.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. He had connections.
Yeah, like he's the son of someone, so he's a legacy or whatever.
Yeah.
And,
okay, so he fucks up. He fucks us up. Then what happens at this point?
I think they have like a serious discussion about like what we just talked about. Like I've always loved you. I still love you, but I have a really hard job now, and
you can't fucking rip bongs all day.
Yeah, and I don't know if we can do this.
Is that a term? I don't rip bongs. Do people say ripping bongs?
You do, rip. I know, like, bong rips.
Bong
like,
rips.
you do bong rips.
Oh, I want to sound
but
like
I don't know if you
cool.
rip a bong.
Okay, see, I'm fucking off.
Yeah, see, Sean, you don't have Riz.
I actually do know what that means.
It's short for charisma, right?
Yeah.
I'm old now.
I just sound like a fucking narc, so.
I think that's okay. No, you're... if they see your hair, they know you're not a narc.
That's true.
Your hair and those braces, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
No, so like they have a serious discussion about like, hey, like you really fucked this, and like I don't know if I'll be able to do my job now. And before it was fine because I could still do my job, but now it's harder. And like. I don't think she, like, mentions divorce, but she makes, like, that passing, like, I don't know if this is going to work. And, like, that's how the conversation ends. And he, like, walks out of the room, and, like, the door closes behind him, and he's just like, fuck. In that great way Danny McBride can do. And I think he puts together his own, like, political his own, like, political team.
Yeah.
But it's just his frat. It's
I'll like have to dress up.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 guys, and like they're all in their like frat bro like sailing outfit, you know, like the white button up shirts with like the bright colored shorts.
Yeah.
Boating shoes.
Hell yeah.
And he's just like, all right, dudes, we gotta really step it up. Before we were just serving Vermont, which honestly, back whole fucking state. Maybe he's from Maybe he's from like Oklahoma or
Yes.
something. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, I never liked Vermont. All they got is fucking leaves. It sucks. I always had to go to New Jersey for my partying, and I don't even like New Jersey. You know this. And they're all like, yeah, New Jersey sucks.
Yes. Yeah.
But he's like, but guys, it's real. This is the NFL now, boys. You know? And they step it up. And so I think at this point they start trying to like do good, but they're all idiots. So it's just like the bare minimum of good.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like there has to be a montage of like stuff that they're doing.
Oh yeah,
you know?
that he's like meeting
or trying to be better
Yeah.
about things and then doing it.
So I think it starts. Maybe it doesn't start immediately with a montage, because I think it'd be really funny because he's not an actual politician.
Yeah.
He's a politician's significant other. So he gets in with the other significant others. So it's just Danny McBride and all the like
Women,
the wives.
Yeah, the wives.
Yeah, because it's a boys' club.
Yes.
And so, and I think like similar to like how he got Melissa McCarthy to fall in love with him, he charms that. He's charming.
Yes.
So he charms them. And then they're like, oh, Harold, you should listen to this joke. You know, the first gentleman just told. And he's like, oh, hello, congressman.
Yes. No,
It was lovely to meet your wife. You have a wife?
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Oh, shit.
I feel like a lot of the wives, or that, like in politics, you know, they have like their passion projects or whatever.
Yes.
So I feel like one of them always seems obviously deals with children, and so any situation we could put Danny McBride, like I just think of like Michelle Obama's like school lunches. You put Danny McBride in like school lunch, trying to have him like eat healthy food, and he's just screaming at these kids to like eat their fucking lettuce.
You want to look like me?
But he has to be like in that role of what, you know, a woman or the wife you typically like does, or like reading books, like he's reading a book to kindergartners, and he's just like screaming at the kindergartners.
He's like getting way too into the book, or like he like reads a book and like halfway through he's like, "This is actually a really good book." And he like starts to tear up to like the Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Yes.
Or something. I would also love it if it's like a photo op, and he's like picks up like a 5-year-old or like an 8-year-old kid, and he's like holding him for the picture.
Yeah.
And then he just like kisses him on the head. Because like politicians,
Yes.
the kid, like
you
he's just
gotta
like
kiss
kiss babies,
Yeah.
but it's an 8-year-old child. So the kid is just like, "Why'd you kiss me?" And he's like, "Oh shit, this is."
Yeah.
And he just puts like, but he is like doing good. And then,
Yes.
like, actually, I think that is like a good. That's also a good avenue of like helping the wives with their passion projects.
Yeah.
And he's like building political capital. Like, oh, I helped your wife. You should help my wife get this bill passed. And it's
Yes.
like kind of his way of what do they call it? Votes. They you know what I'm talking
whipping?
about? Whip. Yeah,
Whipping
it's
up
like
votes?
whipping up votes. And that's like his way of political capital.
Yeah.
And that's the montage of him helping the significant others and stuff like that, or just charming people at parties and stuff like that. I think a big one.
Yes.
I think it has to culminate in like a fundraiser. Like there's a big fundraiser or something like that.
That makes sense.
And he has to give an opening speech for the president.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're going to introduce, you know, there's no better look than usually the first lady introducing the president, but the first gentleman now.
Yeah.
There's no better look than that. And he has to give a speech, and he's like, oh shit, I'm not good at speeches. I'm more good with like my little, like, very George W. Bushy, like anecdotes and like folksy charm. But it's like and he's like, this is going to be on C-SPAN, you know, it's going to be on CNN, and
Yeah, it's going to be all over.
it's going to be everywhere.
It's a big thing.
And it's going to be on Fox News, but they're going to hate you no matter what.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And so he's like, I think this could be interesting because now he's working with the president's staff on the speech.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, this is like the real NFL.
Yes.
And he gets this speech, and he's like, it's not bad, but it's like dry. You know,
it's not Danny McBride.
Yeah, it's so political.
Yeah.
And I I think it'd be really nice if he's like in one ear it's the president's staff being like, oh, read the lines,
Yeah.
and his buddies are like, no, like, oh, you like that's boring, you know, like that's cheesy, that's not who you are, blah blah blah. And Melissa, it's and he's like, I think he's like worrying. And Melissa McCarthy comes to him and is like, "Hey, what's wrong?"
Real quick, before you go into
Go ahead.
Before when he's having this, go back. It has to be a shot of like a faded out image of like the president person, and then it's like frat bro on the other side. You know, the classic
like the angel devil kind of thing.
Angel devil thing, but just like a bro, the total bro, and then like the total straight man.
I was gonna say it could be like a nightmare sequence where he's like asleep and he's like, "No," and he's like tossing and turning.
Yes.
That'd be good.
But yes, then Melissa McCarthy.
But like right
there.
before the speech, it's Melissa McCarthy who comes to him and calms him down. And I think she should say something like, "Say it as if you're saying it to me." Because I think it should it centers it back on their marriage and their love for each other. And he gets up there, and I think he more or less does the speech, and we can even get scenes of him practicing the speech so that we know what the speech should be.
Yeah.
So that when he gives the actual speech, he can he'll riff and he'll like, oh yeah, I'll say this, but I'll say it my way.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll make one joke that's a little bit too lewd, but like everyone will think it's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
And be like, oh, because he knows what is it like. It's like his image. Like everyone knows he's the partier. So he'll make this one joke that's like a little crass, and he'll like raise his eyebrows and be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. But then people will laugh at him because they're laughing at him.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't care. Like he's like, I don't care if they laugh at me because like I'm here for my wife.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm here for the president. I serve at the pleasure of the president.
Yeah.
Who he also fucks. Anyway,
serving that president dick.
We'll definitely get a post-credit scene of like of their foreplay.
Oh yeah,
stuff like
it's
that.
Gotta be.
Yeah. Anyway, so he gives a speech and he riffs and he gives what the speech is more or less, but he turns it into like his style.
Yeah.
And I think it should, like, he can make it funny, but I think he'll still bring it to like an emotional point of being like, this is why we're doing it. Like, this is why I love my wife, because she's always cared about other people so much.
Yeah.
And that's why I voted for her. And that's why I'm going to vote for her again. And that's why you should, that's why you should vote yes on this bill. And it's like and it can be a really good speech. Yes. And then he introduces her and I think like, there's like 2 or 3 like key, like members of the House or Senate or whatever.
Yes.
Who are there and they're like, yeah. And they like, because of also the president's speech, but they're like, you know what? You won my vote. And like the bill passes and it becomes law. And the hero story of success. And the movie ends with a big party that Melissa McCarthy also joins in on. She's like, fuck it, I passed my bill, let's party!
And that the foreign dignitary from earlier is back.
Oh, of course he is.
Fucking getting wasted.
He's just been there.
Yeah, he's been there he's wearing the bro outfit now. Yeah.
We have fucking the Prime Minister of Israel, the President of Palestine.
Yeah.
Partying like
working together now.
Yeah, they're on a beer they're on a beer pong team together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
I like it.
I mean, that's what it is.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, I told you. No, I think it honestly would be a good movie. I feel like you could it would work. I feel like it would work in real life, So fucking Hollywood, come here and help us out, brother.
Yeah. I also like the team of Danny McBride and Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah. I think that's a very good comedic team.
Yeah, it would be really good. Do you think there's anything else to add? Do you have any other bits that you want to add? Or
I don't
questions?
know. I mean, I think we went through it pretty well. I don't really have anything else that stood out to me.
What's some like what's like some DC iconography that we could do bits with?
You mean, what does that mean?
I mean, like
the buildings or whatever?
Yeah, like...
Well, you named the Lincoln Memorial,
Lincoln
the
Washington Monument, and the reflection pool.
The reflection pool, and obviously the White House. I mean, Arlington Cemetery, but I don't think you really want to do anything in the cemetery.
Let's avoid. I was going to say, let's avoid cemeteries and, like, war memorials.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I was going to say, he could, like...
There's museums, but I don't know if that's super well known there.
Oh, at the Smithsonian?
Yeah, like there's a huge shit ton of museums there.
I would love it if he showed up at the like they were touring the Smithsonian. He's like, this is where they shot Night at the Museum, right?
Yes.
And they're like, yeah. He's like, oh man, I love that Ben Stiller guy. He's just talking about Ben Stiller.
He's real funny.
He's a real funny guy. Love that Ben Stiller. Fuck it, we'll have Ben Stiller in the movie at some point.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything really about DC.
I mean, we could do a stereotypical Capitol building booby joke.
Yes. Yeah, I guess the U.S. Capitol itself.
Oh, yeah. I got a great one.
He storms the Capitol.
No. We'll make jokes about this.
Yes.
People know. No, I was going to say, like, the Capitol building boob joke.
Yeah.
I think one of the frat guys one of his frat buddies makes a joke about the Capitol building being a boob, and he just goes, my wife's tits are better, and it's just like that passing joke about like. I think that's good.
I like it. I feel like another thing, kind of in line with the Situation Room, but I don't think Melissa McCarthy needs to be in this. But he like stumbles upon wherever they shoot drones from, which probably isn't in DC, but everyone, and he just is like stumbles
Pentagon?
in there, and he's like. Well, yeah, I guess it would be the Pentagon, and he's just like, "What the fuck? I could just like shoot things or whatever."
Obviously, he doesn't a flight simulator, and he starts like flying one, and they're like, "Nope, that's a real drone." He's like, "Oh shit, I almost blew up that building."
I almost entered Russian airspace.
Yeah, you almost breached like.
Oh, he needs to call.
You almost breached like 6 international treaties there,
yes.
Mr. Gentleman.
I don't know if this is this still a thing? They have like a red phone in the office that's like speed dial to Russia. Is that ever a thing? Am I imagining
that? No, it's just a phone. No, they just call each other on phones.
I just imagine he like picks up the phone and it goes like directly to like Putin or like Xi Jinping or whatever, and he just like starts talking to him, and he has no idea. He's just thinking he's talking to like a regular person.
I think it'd be so like he meets dignitaries and stuff like that. Let's say he meets Putin.
Yeah,
and they do an in joke where they install their own red phones that just connect to each other.
So he's like friends.
He's like, "What up, Vlad? Hey, you ever gonna stop killing those Ukrainians?" No, I just thought I'd ask. It's just like it's like, were you just speaking Putin? Oh yeah, it's a thing, but it's an in joke. You wouldn't get it. Yeah. It's an inside joke.
Oh, that just if you say inside joke. Now I feel like he has to do something with 9/11 and saying it's like an inside job or trying to figure out if it's he believes like it's an inside job. Yeah, and then he just goes to these people like, no, it isn't.
Like, sir.
Or that, or the moon landing. He doesn't believe in the moon landing. Like just all these conspiracies he's trying to like figure out. Going to all parts of
what if that's like his thing is that he's like actually looking into like, so is the sun real? Yeah.
Sure.
Just checking. Yeah. Birds. What if, first of all, that's my favorite conspiracy theory, is that birds aren't real.
Oh, yes.
And they've all been replaced by the government, and they're all surveillance.
Yeah.
Drones or whatever.
Yeah.
He never gets a conclusive answer on the birds.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
I like it.
Everything else, he's like, we did the moon landing, right? Yeah. Apollo 13's in Smithsonian. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a real thing. It happened. All right. Birds? I don't know what you're talking about. And they just turn and walk away from him. He's like, what? Wait. And he chases after people.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
I like it.
That's funny. Any other bits?
I think I'm good enough at that point.
Yeah, this is a good movie. All right. Time to move on to the cast list.
Can I take a real quick pause real quick? I need to send a text. Can I do that real quick?
I guess. Sure, yeah. It's not like I have anywhere to be. my friend's son. I went to his son's birthday party. He turned 4, I think. And I played with him and the other kids. My friend's son just asked about the sweaty guy at the birthday party.
Oh, jeez.
And if I lived far away. So it's like, it's sweet. And it's like, okay, I love you too, buddy. But it's also like, why does he remember me that way?
I'm ready now.
All right, let's actually do the cast list.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep that whole pause.
Oh, God, that's going to be real boring for everyone.
Kidding. All right, so obviously we have the president and Mr. First Gentleman, Melissa McCarthy and Danny McBride.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we cast the main political opponent, the one who
Yes.
runs that political ad. I think we should cast him.
Okay.
I'm thinking let's cast 2 people, 2 frat bros and 2 political staff people.
Yeah. Okay. That works.
And maybe 3.
Yeah.
And then maybe talk some cameos.
Okay.
So let's start with the political opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Guy on the other side of the aisle.
Yeah.
He's got to look good. First off, I'm thinking a dude.
I feel like I've suggested him in another one. And maybe it's from Iron Man, but Sam
Vin
Rock.
Diesel.
That's just not believable at all. Vin Diesel being a
I
politician.
don't know. The Rock might be running for president.
Well, yeah, that's ridiculous. Sam Rockwell was what I was thinking of.
You know, I do love Sam Rockwell.
But I know we've had him in other ones. So.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If he's good, he's good. See, I was kind
Are
of...
you thinking older, maybe?
I was actually thinking a little, just like a pinch younger.
How old is Sam Rockwell? I thought he was only in his 40s.
I think
wrong?
he's upper 40s.
Oh, okay.
No.
A little younger.
I see.
Ryan Reynolds might be actually older, though.
Well, I don't like Ryan Reynolds.
Charlie Day. Just kidding. Not Charlie Day. That would not be believable.
In a way. Kind of like it. I was actually thinking along the same lines because I was thinking like Alan Tudyk.
Okay.
You know who that is?
I do. I'm trying to picture him. Or what has he been in?
So he's been in Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Okay.
Which you'd love that movie.
Yeah, I don't.
So he's like a character actor.
Yeah, I know. I've heard.
You
name.
look up a picture of Alan Tudyk. He was in Firefly.
Okay.
And just the movie Serenity.
There we go.
Tudyk.
Oh, that is not who I thought it was, but I know I've seen this guy. Oh, there we go. Dodgeball. He was in Dodgeball.
Yes,
he's Steve the Pirate.
Steve the Pirate. Yep. He's like that character actor of like he can really do anything.
Yeah.
This would be like real basic.
Yeah, no, I like it.
But I was also thinking Leslie Odom Jr. He's
Oh yeah, he was in
Burr in Hamilton.
Yeah, he'd be good as well. Maybe that would be the best one.
Yeah, let's do Leslie Odom Jr. That's the most fun.
Yes.
I think. So yeah, let's do Leslie Odom Jr. Okay. Let's do 2 or 3 frat bros.
Yeah.
Who would be great frat bros for Danny McBride? And let's just get like the Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly. Let's avoid that crew.
I was gonna say Jason Mantzoukas if we have to put him in every movie.
Well, yes, Jason Mantzoukas does have to be in the movie. Actually, I know what I want Jason Mantzoukas for.
Is he gonna be a foreign dignitary?
No. That would have been... That's not bad, but I think I think he should be another significant other. So, and
he's
it's
the
like,
one
it's all
other
wives
guy.
and then just the 2 boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that works.
Yeah. And maybe he, like, tells Danny McBride, like, the way to really get in with the congressmen and like the real movers is to get in with their wives.
Yeah.
But Jason Mantzoukas' whole thing is that he has sex with the wives. you got to get in with the wives. And Danny McBride's like, I'm not going to do that, but not a bad idea.
Yes.
Politically.
Yeah.
So, I think that'd be funny.
Okay.
Okay, so Jason Mantzoukas is a significant other.
Yeah.
Anyways, a couple frat bros. Let's try and avoid the Will Ferrell kind of crew.
Yeah. So are you going like
Just because it's too easy.
younger then?
I think it'd be funny if there's like one who's younger.
Okay. Otherwise, I was going to say Charlie Day in this role. But I don't know. Does he give off? I mean, he doesn't give. He gives off more neurotic vibes.
Yeah,
than he gives off frat boy vibes.
Frat pledge vibes.
That's true.
That would be actually fun.
Oh man, frat boys who aren't Will Ferrell,
Frat boys who aren't Will Ferrell
or Luke Wilson, or
oh god,
or Vince Vaughn.
I do love Luke Wilson. Yeah. Vince Vaughn's too good too.
Yeah.
Maybe I just rescind that. And
No,
say,
that's fine. Let's try. It first.
Let's try. Okay.
You know, make it more of a challenge.
Maybe someone who usually isn't but could be.
Yeah. I mean, you like. Okay, this is definitely a frat boy vibe. Would be Channing Tatum. Would be.
Oh, that'd be really
like he's right up that alley.
Yeah, that'd be really funny. Oh, he's so funny too.
Yeah, he's got comedic chops.
He's so good. I do like Channing Tatum as one of them.
Okay.
I think that's interesting. Danny McBride and Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
That feels like a combination we haven't.
And then a younger one, right? It'd have to be a younger actor.
Oh, I was thinking Channing Tatum would be the younger one.
Oh, he's the younger one.
Well, compared to Danny McBride.
I mean, Channing Tatum's probably almost 40 at this point, I bet.
I mean, yeah, but he looks like 30, 31.
I was going to say, otherwise you put what's his fucking face that's really young and popular? He's in Dune.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Fuck it! Channing Tatum and Timothy Chalamet as frat bros.
We'll get all the girls there to see this movie.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, let's do... You know what? Let's do 3 political staff because I think as a female president, she'd have more female staff.
Yes. Now
but then let's also get a male staff.
So 2 female and
2
1
females,
male.
1 male.
Okay.
That feels good.
So we need like more straight man, straight woman type of characters,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Or do you want someone who gives off kind of straight but also has that little like weird vibe going on? Like I'd say like Maya Rudolph would potentially work.
I love that. I do love that.
Because she can play it straight, but she also is definitely weird.
I mean, Maya Rudolph's just a pro.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like that era of SNL where it's Faye, Poehler, Rudolph, and they could do straight and be hilarious, like they could do both.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an S tier team.
Yeah.
I love Maya Rudolph won.
So do we want a younger for the female? Do we want a younger so it kind of matches with the guys?
Yeah. Let's get a younger one. I almost said Fortune Feimster. I don't know. You know what? Let's just throw Fortune Feimster on the frat bro side.
Yeah, I feel like she'd work better on
Fortune
that.
Feimster and Danny McBride.
Yeah, that makes more sense for her.
And Timothy Chalamet's there.
And Timothy Chalamet.
I would love, like, on set, like, they're doing a scene, and, like, they call cut, and they're going to do it again, and Fortune just turns to Timothy, and she's just like, hey, you're new to this comedy business. Yes. Let me show you the ropes.
Yeah.
Fortune Feimster is on the... I love Fortune Feimster. So Maya Rudolph, someone younger. Ooh.
That's too easy. I was gonna say Zendaya, but don't they date Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya?
No, she's dating Tom Holland.
Oh yeah.
But I want them to have like a love triangle because we haven't had one of those in Hollywood in like a long time. And you know, like Hollywood drama lately has been like Me Too, which like Me Too is good. Yeah. Like it's bad.
It's bad,
but like it's good that we're outing sexual.
Yeah, but it's heavy stuff. It's more fun when there's just a classical love triangle. That, no harm, no foul.
3 consenting adults just having an affair. Like, let's get some of that drama and like Zendaya, Tom Holland, Timothy Chalamet, they're so perfect. Well, it's so primed for a little just celebrity gossip. Anyway, neither here nor there.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Young actresses.
I was thinking like maybe like Kate Mara.
Yeah, that'd work. She's not super young, is she?
She's not super young.
She's like our age, probably.
Yeah. But
no, that'd work. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
She was in wasn't she in was Kevin Spacey's show?
Yes. Yeah, House of Cards.
Okay. Wow, what a different time.
Yikes.
Okay, so
anyway,
Kate Mara, and then we need the guy.
And the guy. I mean,
so should it be someone who's kind of opposite of Fortune 5, since we kind of are teaming like them up kind of in that way? So it should be someone the opposite of Fortune. What Fimester? Is that how
Fimester?
Fimester, sorry.
It's not my name.
I couldn't remember. Do we want it to be like another stand-up, I guess, or do you want it to just be actually a normal, just straight man? I guess more of an actual actor.
I feel like it's got to be people who can like bridge.
Yeah,
it's working.
Okay.
Who can like kind of like
play both,
switch.
Yeah.
I actually think maybe going back to the...
I was going to say, in my head, I was like, Steve Martin or Martin Short, but that would be way too old, but it'd also be hilarious that they're that old.
Steve Martin.
But it wouldn't make sense.
Martin Short's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, Martin Short needs like a big character.
Yeah, that's true.
Though he is...
Have
you seen... Oh, God, I love Billy. Have you seen Only Murders in the Building?
No, I haven't. I probably should.
Fucking S tier. I know we've talked about this before. It is Martin Short. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I grew up loving Steve Martin. Mm-hmm. Martin Short steals.
Okay.
Without leaving the other people behind.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I was actually going to say, like, what if we went back to, like, Sam Rockwell?
Sure. I like it.
Okay. All right. How about cameos?
And well, Pete Davidson's good.
Well, yeah, Pete Davidson's in there. Jason Mantzoukas is...
Yeah.
I think this one could be fun because we could also have political...
Well, Obama's got to be in there.
Oh, Obama has to be in it. What? Oh, God.
Is Obama taking a rip on a bong?
I was going to say, what if Obama plays, like, the African prince? No. To just lean into the Kenyan thing.
The conservatives would lose their mind.
They would. It'd be honestly, it'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even ask him to do an accent either. I'd be like,
just play it.
Just play it.
You're just wearing an outfit.
Just say the line. You're Obama. You don't need to fucking act.
Yeah,
just say the line. Just be like, yeah, I'm from Kenya.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's my movie. Obama's the Kenyan prince.
Oh boy.
ripping
can
bombs.
Also, when the Kenyan prince happened, can one of the frat boys or Danny McBride ask him about, like, make a joke about, the Nigerian prince, emailing you and trying to take your money? There has to be that bit in there.
Yeah. Are those real?
Those real.
Oh yeah, those are my cousins.
Yeah. Okay,
but they're also not real, and he's just like he's just fucking with them.
Yeah, he's fucking with them.
And he just like gets a call, and it's like the red phone. He like hangs up with Putin and gets a call, and he's like, "What do you want, Putin?" It's not Putin. It's me, Obama, Kenyan prince. You know that email thing I told you about? Yeah. I was fucking with you. Got you.
Got you, bitch.
And then beep, beep, beep. It's like the line's dead. He's like, what the fuck?
So what other politicians
What other politicians?
The thing is, they all have baggage besides Obama.
That's true. Well, I mean,
like Bill
Obama
Clinton
also has baggage, but like Obama,
not like bad baggage. Like, well,
he
bad
drunk
baggage.
strikes people.
Yeah,
but
I shouldn't say that.
But it's Obama.
He's not Bill Clinton. You know, if you put Bill
yeah.
Clinton in there, he brings another vibe to it.
I also, and like it gets like rapey.
Yes,
it gets weird with like any of like the alt-right conservatives you bring in.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think what other politicians.
Maybe just Obama.
Maybe just Obama.
It's and like there's also the built-in joke
the ghost
of, like,
of Henry Kissinger.
Maybe
people are like, what the fuck?
Maybe like Taft, or I was gonna say like the ghost of
we should have
Taft.
ghosts. That would be more funny because people don't have a connection with them. And the ghost.
It's
of
like
Taft.
the ghost of Taft, but he's like stuck in the bathroom because he can't get out of the bathtub. We have like the ghost of FDR.
Yeah,
but he's just like stuck in chairs.
Yep.
Because polio.
I'm trying to think. I don't know my old presidents that well.
We could have like a ghost that's Truman, and he's just a ginormous asshole.
Is he known to be an asshole?
Yeah,
Really?
He was known, like, you know, the buck stops here kind of thing.
Yeah,
that was like his attitude on everything. He was like, "Fuck it." He's just like, "I'm gonna say shit, and you're gonna deal with it, because I'm president, motherfucker." I
didn't know that.
That was like, I guess that was Truman's energy.
Okay.
I was gonna say, just have like Nixon like peeking through doors and like just like listening into everything, and it's like the ghost of Nixon. And you just see like a closet door just like shut, very small, like cracked open, and it just closes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other so non-political cameos now? Do we got Jason Mantzoukas?
Man, there's nothing that sticks out to me.
That's the only
That's all that matters.
That's the only cameo bit we have is Jason Mantzoukas.
Yes, exactly.
Because he deserves it.
Stan Lee's ghost.
Oh. We would have Stanley's ghost show up, and Danny McBride be like, "What the fuck? This isn't a Marvel movie."
This isn't a Marvel movie.
Actually, that would be hilarious if other non-Marvel movies did Stan Lee cameos.
Oh, what a dick move.
Because he's not a character. Like, Marvel doesn't own the rights to Stan Lee.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck it. Like, that would genuinely be a good joke. You know?
Yeah. I feel like the estate of Stan Lee could probably sue whoever did that, right? Like, you could sue if they put your relative in there, right?
I mean...
Or is it because he's so well known, you can do that, basically? Does it fall in that purview?
I don't think it does, because I think that's only for products.
Okay.
I mean, you could probably, so obviously, like, the joke isn't Stan Lee. The joke is using Stan Lee.
Yes.
You're making fun of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, whatever. We don't need to get into details on this. It doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, so. All right, well, I think that's it.
All right.
I'm not going to go over that cast. It was long. I don't remember.
Yeah, let's just go.
All right. Time for the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ching, ching. The sleigh bells.
All right. In a world where the United States has first elected their first female president, she also has the rambunctious first gentleman.
I swear to uphold the Constitution by all the powers invested in me. Yeah! Let's shotgun some beers, bro!
And so in a world where the female president, President McCarthy, whatever. The president is trying to solve world problems and save everything and pass her ambitious education program. Her husband is causing a problem.
All right, so in order to get this bill passed, we need to start catering to a lot of the Democrats. They have a lot of issues with this. A lot of them have been funded by big education. And they're trying big Staples. Staples gets a lot of money from school supplies. This cuts into their revenue. Big Staples trying to stop this bill. Hey, honey, do you got $20? I got a pizza. And so I spent all my money on the pizza, but I also, I have beer with pizza. So I'm going to go out and get like a 12-pack. You got 20? I'm the president of the United States. Don't have to pay for anything. Mm-hmm. The government pays for all of it. You just ask a Secret Service, agent to get the beer for you. I think we have beer in the basement. Actually, just drink that beer. You know what? You're right, honey. I'm sorry. I love you.
So he creates these problems, and what he has to do is, at some point, it becomes too big of an issue, and he has a come to Jesus moment.
Honey, I love you, and when you threw parties, when we were in the governor's mansion in Vermont, those were great parties, and I was still able to do my job, but we're not in Vermont anymore. We're in the big leagues. I have a lot of responsibility, and I don't know if this can work. Fuck. I should get my shit in order.
So he teams up with his frat bro boys, and they try to figure out how to become the best first gentleman he can be while intermingling with other women and other first wives, whatever. Yes.
Hey man, I'm also married to I'm married to a politician. Mine's a senator, so it's way below yours. But we're kind of in the same boat, man. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, like it's really tough being significant other. Yeah, but it's great. You get to fuck other people's wives. What? Yeah, and in fact, that's how you get in with the real people. You fuck their wives, and then you're at their house already. So you just like look through their shit and get like dirt on them, and then you blackmail them into like getting you money while you're fucking their wives, dude. I'm having the cake and eating the pussy too. I'm not going to do that because I love my wife, but you just gave me an idea.
And so he gets through the movie becoming a better first gentleman as his wife continues to succeed as the president. But it all comes down that he must deliver the perfect speech to pass, to get more votes, to whip up votes for the education bill.
So I went to Harvard, and I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of cool people there. But I had a friend growing up. His name was Johnny. He was the son of the maid at my parents' house. Johnny was my first friend. We'd go through days just riding bikes together, skipping rocks across the pond, racing go-karts. Johnny was the first person I ever kissed. I mean, like, we were just checking if we were gay. We weren't. It's fine. It's fine if you are gay, but, it's what best friends do. John was my best friend, but he couldn't go to college. So he had to join the military, and he died overseas. I think about Johnny a lot. Think about how many Johnnies there are in this country. Back home in Oklahoma, back in Vermont, there's a lot of people who need help. And we can't do everything for them, but we can do something for them. This bill is that something. Now, enough about me. Let's hear it from the woman who gets that shit done. Please welcome, first ever and the greatest president of these United States of America.
Woo! Coming this summer to a theater near you. What's the title again?
Mr. First Lady.
Mr. First Lady.
Yeah!
Rated R.
And that's the movie, everybody. Woo! Thank you for listening.
Sorry, I totally forgot the name again.
That's okay. I'm assuming it's because you got so moved.
I did. I was moved by the speech. I was like, that is very good.
Thank you. Well, Sean, that's our movie.
That's the movie.
Thanks for being... Sean, I know I believe I've said this to you before. But this movie, I feel, is a prime example of... I know you feel like you don't watch a lot of movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But this movie is better because I pitched it with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so...
Well, you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you. Love you, buddy.
Love you, too.
Sean, please let the people know how they can continue to support you after listening to this podcast.
I believe I'm doing an improv show sometime in January at the Mason City Brewing Company, so just check out their page. I think they'll probably have an event on there. I think it's like the 12th or something like that. Yeah, I think it's probably the 12th. I got to confirm on that. Otherwise, still not really doing much else on the Bantering Talk. Been catching up on some other things, but if you want to check out my YouTube channel, and just I gotta change my name because I think it's like I think you can search for Sean Dangler. I haven't done that much, but I did post my annual after harvest. When I finally have time, I take a video each day, usually 5 to 10 seconds, and then I just edit it all together at the end of the year, so you can just kind of watch my harvest like that. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't have much else going on. If you need someone to write something for you, I'll write it for you. Maybe for a little money, but I will do that. Just pitching myself out here.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, brother.
You can follow my band, Superboss, on social medias. Facebook and Instagram are Superboss Theme, and TikTok and Twitter are Superboss Music. I think if they're not, they're switched around. Either Superboss Theme or Superboss Music. Superboss, one word. You can also find Superboss wherever you stream music: Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, Snapchat, I guess. Yeah, so check out the music there. But other than that, you can follow both Pandering Talk and What a Pitch on social medias. You can follow What a Pitch at PODWAP on Facebook and Twitter. And wherever you listen to podcasts, please subscribe, rate, and review both Pandering Talk and What a Pitch. Because that is good for the algorithm.
Brother.
It sounded like a frog. So I imagined a frog like ribbiting. Brother.
Nice.
That'll be our first merch. It's just a t-shirt with a frog and a word bubble that
does
says...
it have like a Hulk Hogan like headband
Yo,
on in the
hell
hair?
yeah. It has like a
The mustache.
the mustache. Absolutely. All right. Yeah. Do all that shit. It's good for us. Thank you, Sean, for joining me as always. Thank you, listeners, for listening to What a Pitch! Goodbye.
Bye.